Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 5-minute rounds MMA bout in the ACA lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a MMA fighter holding a professional record of 11 wins and 6 losses. He is 32 years old, stands 1.80 meter and officially weighs 70.1 kilos. Fighting out of Vienna, Austria, Christian Draxler. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He is a striker with the professional record of 8 wins and 3 losses. He is 26 years old, stands 1.82 meter and officially weighs 70.9 kilos. Fighting out of Janowice, Czech Republic, Vitezslav Rajnoch. And when the action begins, the referee in charge, Tomasz Bronder.
So we are set for our opening bout here at ACA 109 from Łódź, Poland. We have this lightweight contest. Christian Draxler in the blue corner. The Vale Tudo shorts on, taking on Vitezslav Rajnoch in the red corner with the red and black board shorts on. Cage door is shut. We are set, we are ready. 3 5-minute rounds. And they touch gloves. Like we said, we know that these have a fast starting pace, Brad. And it could just be who could get the momentum in the early exchanges.
Yeah, when I'm looking at the tactics of this fight, I think Draxler would prefer to get this fight to the mat, but he doesn't mind getting, as you see here, getting in amongst it, throw some big bombs as well.
And we talked about the weight cut there of Rajnoch. He's absolutely ballooned in size, Brad. Look at that upper torso.
Yeah, both of these guys have had most of their fights at welterweight. So normally you think after lockdown, most people go upper weight class, but these guys actually, testament to them, have gone down weight classes.
Now testing the grappling now. We have Rajnoch pushing Draxler up against the cage right in front of us.
Yeah, you can see the strength there, and the upper torso of Rajnoch looks super strong. Did a good job getting double unders here.
Draxler has switched for the single leg, eating some elbows though for his trouble.
Yeah,
absolutely stunning takedown there from the man from Vienna, Austria.
He done a great job lifting him up with a high C, high crotch. He's got his arm trapped a little bit here. It's more of an awkward position. He just needs to try and free it out.
And that forearm on the throat though, Brad, trying to disturb the breathing. And when you look at the record of Draxler, 10 of his wins are by finish, 8 of those are submissions as well.
Yeah, like I said before, I believe that he would feel his advantage is on the floor. Obviously, you look at Rajnoch's. Oh, he's going for the crucifix here.
He's just key lock now on the other side, Brad. Oh, he's locked that up.
I do find a key lock's quite hard to finish because you just got to arch your back up. The Rajnoch's doing really well here.
Grimace though on the face there of Vitezslav Rajnoch.
He kind of come up with some moves that I kind of call weight class moves, where heavy the weight classes, I think a key lock works really well because the person. But when the smaller weight class is quite easy just to arch your back to alleviate a bit of the pressure.
Again now, Draxler working hard from this top position. He has got those 8 submissions. 7 of those submissions are chokes, Brad. So the throat is something he targets regularly.
Yeah, he's got to wash himself a little bit here off the cage. He actually ran up. If he had sort of some jiu-jitsu, could have used that to push up and get an armbar from the cage. He may be trying to do it now.
Key lock though again, Brad. He's using this. Oh, he's turning that right over. But look.
Oh, that does look very tight.
Right in front of us, as he rotated, it looked to hyperextend, but Rajnoch gutted it out, and he's actually taken the top position now. And he could be setting up a head and arm here.
You got to think of what that has done to Draxler's arms here. Burn him out a little bit. That's got really also play a toll mentally when you're giving it your all to try and finish a submission. And it looked bad for an hour, but there was not even a grimace in the face at all. And now he's in a dominant position now, trying to get some ground and pounding himself.
Now 2 minutes, 1 minute 55 seconds in this first round left. And we've had almost half the round with Rajnoch on the bottom. Now we have Draxler. What do you look for when you're watching this and analysing this as somebody who's grappled a lot in their MMA game, what are you looking for from the bottom to progress this position or to escape?
Well, you're quite near to the cage. I've said this many times now. The cage is a very valuable asset. You can use that to get back up. So you need to try and get your back to the cage and get yourself up. But at the moment, he's keeping himself down with his bottom leg. He's keeping himself in half guard, which is he's doing a good job of stopping him progressing. I see a little bit of blood here, Brian, from one of these elbows.
Yeah, a little slicing elbow there, just right across the temple of Christian Draxler.
Yeah, he's doing a good job out here now. And Rajnoch, being on top, using his strength.
And the added weight as well, Brad. He's absolutely bloomed compared to when we saw him yesterday.
Oh, that's a good hammer fist, that one here, Brian. It was right in front of us.
Now, like we said on the intros on the walkouts, it's very rare either of these two see a second round. But this has been a well-matched tussle so far. Both have had dominant positions now. Draxler escaped. Sorry, Rajnoch escaped that key lock, used it to his advantage and has sliced. Oh, he's taken the back. That might be under the chin.
Yeah, it's hardly couldn't quite. He got a good bite on the neck, but he didn't actually get secure the lower half of the body by getting any hooks in or trying to get around to the back. Yeah, I was about to say I could see Rajnoch trying to break free and throw a couple of elbows against the cage. It seems wearing on him, using a lot of strength.
Well, I was going to say he seems so much stronger than him, Brad. If you're looking at the strength test between the two so far, you'd have to give the points to Rajnoch.
Yeah, you saw that with the submission attempt from Draxler. He just got kind of out-muscled in that position, just got turned over.
So round one in the books here at ACA 109.
This is where we get to see, because that's pretty grueling first round, so we can see what the gas tanks look like after the wake up by Rajnoch. See how.
Round two.
They touch gloves. We have Draxler in the blue corner. Vitezslav Rajnoch in the red.
Yeah, to me, actually, Rajnoch looks a little bit fresher of the two. Well, after the wake up, it's a little bit surprising.
And Draxler might even be surprised. I think he actually witnessed how bad a weight cut it was for Rajnoch, and maybe that would have got him thinking this might be an easy night work, that Rajnoch's already making it, but Rajnoch has really, especially after that first 2 minutes and when he got top position, really turned it around and looks very good.
He does. Rajnoch's got to be a bit confident now coming into this round here, standing there trading. This is what he wants. He seems to thrive within the chaos of a fight.
Well, first blood literally was to Rajnoch. Little dribble of blood there down the temple.
So I've seen this in a few of Draxler's fights. He doesn't mind getting in the wall, but I just got to feel, they see that he throws hard. He normally throws hard to try and close the distance. Actually, that made Rajnoch go for a takedown.
Oh, and it's sort of off balance when he leant back for the fence. His base was already halfway towards the takedown, and Draxler did very well.
He kind of used the momentum of the bounce of the cage to get Rajnoch down to the floor. He's going round to the back here. Brian, can he sink inside hook in? He needs to try and pull him backwards, which he's done very well.
Done, as I said, 7 of his 8 submissions are chokes. Rear naked is one of his favourite. That's a bit of a neck crank going on there. Palm to palm across Rajnoch's chin.
Yeah, but what he's got to do now is stay a little bit calm. It's still a long time in this round. He just needs to maybe eat a little bit of the clock and chip away. But what he's doing is not getting a choke. He's just he's yanking the neck, so he couldn't force a tap with a crank.
Rajnoch trying to gut it out, trying to push that elbow off, but you can see this is not a comfortable position. Yeah. Now we see a grimace on his face.
Yeah, he's faint. He's kind of like face barring him. And it's one of those ones where it's quite painful, but you've got to feel the toughness of someone. Rajnoch is going to find it hard. And now, here you go, yet again. Now he's in a dominant position, and he's going to be looking to dish out some damage here.
2 minutes 45 seconds this time to work. But you saw that as Draxler committed to that neck crank, he put so much energy. When he let it go, you could see in his eyes there was almost a despondent look. His guard was loose, and that gave Rajnoch the opportunity to turn around, and now he's in top position once again.
Yeah, tactically, he rushed things a bit too much for me there. He should have eaten a lot more of the time. Now you've got to think, if he ends this round on bottom, if he ends this round on bottom, you've got to think that you have a chance of losing this round where he was in such a dominant position. So that means I can see a big block of ice in the cage there.
I can. That is not good. We need that dealing with. The referee is right there as well. There's basically a stone on the mat, which is no good. But going back to the submission attempt there from Rajnoch, you think you would have learned the lesson from that first round, just how tough, sorry, the submission attempt for Draxler, just how tough Rajnoch is, because he gutted out that key lock attempt. And there was no way I could see him tap into that.
Yeah, you don't think you're gonna tap to like a key lock, no, sorry, like a pain move, like a neck crank he was doing there. So he's just burning out his arms yet again. You see, the ref's seen it now. He's taking it out.
There we go. And now 1 minute 15 seconds. Rajnoch just making this a horrible night on bottom for Draxler.
And it seems to be shows where you see that Draxler's been instigating both of these takedowns, getting into the mat, and then with doing so, ending the round on bottom. Just kind of getting out-muscled in positions.
Also, you've got to look at the decisions within those opportunities that he's made for himself. He could have taken his time more for setting up that choke, softened up his opponent a little, made the opening, but he really was just trying to power it out. And we learned yesterday at the weight cut just how tough Rajnoch is. The first round we saw it in the key lock, and then once again.
But you see Rajnoch here now, he's just chipping away. He's smart, he's not getting overzealous with anything. He's just like, okay, scoring a very, obviously he's had less experience than Draxler, but he's shown a lot of experience within this fight.
Seconds, we'll see round 3, it's looking very likely here. Oh, nice overhand right. Now he's making he's a big right hand. Oh, Draxler threw up the armbar.
I think his elbow is just a little bit out, but you see a grimace on his face. Can he
really
finish
see
this?
a grimace. Oh. Exciting stuff to finish the round there. Both fighters bloodied, bruised. But once again, a tale of exactly the first round. Repeat. Draxler goes for the takedown, ends up in a great position, loses it, ends up on bottom, taking punishment all the way through to the buzzer. What are you going to say to him in the corner there? What do you change in that fighter if you get these positions, not lose them?
It's got to be close. He's got to not rush things and take his time and be a bit more having a bit more fighting IQ. Learn as a fighter, you need to understand what parts of the fight are you winning. And for me, he started off good in both rounds, but he ended up worse in both rounds. And you got to think with the judges, they tend to score what they see last. And I'd rather win the last part of the round than the beginning of the round.
Just look at the end of that round again. There's the armbar.
Yeah, but it shows how dangerous he is still on bottom, throwing up a very tight armbar that Rajnoch definitely grimacing in a bit of trouble.
Round 3, we're set, we are ready. Draxler blue corner, Rajnoch red corner. Interesting ones to score as well, Brad.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, for me, I have a little, not miles away, but I kind of think Rajnoch's 2 rounds up just with how he's finished, and a bit more damage on top. Yeah, now he's instigating this. He wants to get close and using these.
Oh, he's putting the pressure up. You can almost see that he's got a bounce in his step, whereas Draxler looks very tired.
Yeah, he does. Arms a little bit lower. And mouth open, breathing quite heavily. Yeah, and a very laboured overhand there.
And if you're in Rajnoch's corner, sure, you're just calling for pressure, right?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Rajnoch looking a little bouncy on his feet. Good little stiff jab again. Finding a bit of a home for that now. And you see two different. They're both throwing jabs. One's very laboured. Draxler's is like very, very slow, putting his hands on his hips. For me, that's definitely a no-no. That's showing that you're tired.
Now, once again, Draxler walks forward. Rajnoch fainting with the little switch of the knees. Looks so fresh again. I can't tell you how bad he looked yesterday during the weight. We were seriously worried at one point.
If you took this at the beginning now and you said which one had a bad weight cut, you definitely would switch around and you think that Draxler was the one who had a really tough weight cut.
3 minutes 15 seconds of the last one. Nice overhand right, and the Draxler shakes his head. But it connected. That looked good in the eyes of the judges. When you're looking at clean shots, significant strikes as far as scoring is concerned, this is a good round for Rajnoch on the feet.
Yeah, but you see him, he's dancing around nicely on the outside. You know, here it's, you know, staying out, trying to counter, and like such laboured movements here by Draxler. He's so tired. You see him, such slow movements. I'd like to see him in like, don't just. You like to see fighters finish fights and stuff like that. And you got to think Rajnoch could just up it a gear or two here. He looks like he has the energy.
We'll see, we're halfway into this round now, the third and final round. Again, we don't know how the judges have scored it, how they've seen those first 2 rounds. I'm leaning towards what you said. I would agree as far as it looks more significant, more damage coming from Rajnoch. You do not want to leave it in the hands of the judges, and I think Rajnoch, if he pushes the pressure here, pushes the pace.
Yeah, you got to feel it could be there for the taking if he just wants to up it a little bit, but testament to Draxler is still coming forward.
He's tough. He wants to tell how tough he is. There's no question in that, but he's just tired as well, Brad.
Yeah. It's like one of those ones is like skill goes completely out the window when you're tired.
Even that shot in, and there's the strength of Rajnoch able to get those underhooks, shrug off that takedown attempt from Draxler. Oh, even that winging right hand, you could see it from last week, couldn't you?
Yeah. Like I say, he's real low jab, but you know, testament to him still throwing. That's getting hit with a few shots here.
Oh, and another tired takedown attempt after eating that right hand.
Yeah, let's see if Rajnoch now can just up it a little bit of a pace, you know.
Draxler forced into the cage, looking for that. He's got it, Brad, and into mount.
Wow,
1 minute 5 seconds left.
This definitely makes it interesting, Brian.
Forced it back to the cage, and again he almost used the cage to help him get the takedown. He got the little outside trip, hooked the leg, reaped it away, but luckily, or skillfully, Rajnoch has regained guard.
Yeah, you just kind of feel like, you know, if Draxler just had a little bit more energy there, he could have really done something, but he kind of was a bit tired himself and getting in, landing in a dominant position. He kind of just let Rajnoch kind of just replace his guard. And now he's just kind of staying on top here.
Well, the clock is ticking, 25 seconds left in this third and final round. Rajnoch talking to Draxler while they're down there.
But Rajnoch kind of made this a lot closer than I believe he needed to. Arguably, he may have lost his last round.
Oh, now they're firing shots off the bottom from top. This one will go to the judges' scorecards. Wow. When we sat and talked about this fight, Brad, we almost thought there was no way this is getting past the first round. Looking at the stars, looking back at some of their fights, but a well-matched fight between the two. Rounds 1 and 2 so similar, with Draxler getting the takedown, getting a good position, then losing it and then ending up on bottom. Round 3 though, Brad, the striking of Rajnoch looked good, causing damage, but somehow, some way, Draxler gets it to the mat and finishes it on top.
Yeah, very interesting round. I mean, for me, I'll be questioning both of these guys what I call fighting IQ, learning how to win rounds and to do what and when. Both had great opportunities to to dominate a round, but kind of just like threw it away. Obviously, Draxler early on just giving it all or nothing with his submission attempts. Then Rajnoch surviving them out and winning, ended up being on top of the first two. And then it was switched in the last round where we felt that Rajnoch had the advantage where he was good movement, good boxing, but then he ended up that round on bottom, you know. So it makes it very interesting to see how the judges saw this one.
We shall wait, we shall see. We also have 9 more amazing bouts for you to enjoy, including our prelim main event. Lom Alieskiev taking on Omar Kankar-Dessler. That is an all-German affair going down in Poland, Brad, and one we're very excited to see, especially after Lom Ali's last performance. Omar getting a second shot in ACA, and he looks ready. He's been on an absolute streak with that one. And then also Łukasz Kopera, sorry, against Ariel Petilla. We're excited to see how they match up and how that unfolds. But right now, we need to find out the result of who takes our opening bout of the night here at ACA 109. To do that, let's hand it to RMC.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards, and the winner by split decision, Vitezslav Rajnoch.
By split decision, exactly as we thought it played out, Brad, from this side.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, you saw Rajnoch's face. He seemed a little bit shocked by that, but in my eyes, he made that a lot closer than he needed to, especially within that 3rd round. Especially when you saw how tired Draxler was. You know,
Hard-fought battle.